Hi guys, it's Blackie. Okay, continuing with the Percussion Revolver series. Today we're going to talk about the 1861 Navy. Now this is a Pietta 1861 Navy. Many people will confuse these with the 1860 Army because of the barrel design, that fluid look to it. And that was kind of deliberate. So let's talk about this a minute, where Colt was going. Basically, in a nutshell, they are minor, but from here back is a standard 1851 Navy. The parts interchange mostly, and they're just minor little details different that would only be really something that a collector would notice. But as far as the average person, from here back is a 51 Navy like they had years ago. It's from here forward. Now, as many of you have noticed and known, the cylinders of the Colt revolvers of this period had a roll engrave on them. Now this was done, one, for style, and two, sort of like a logo or a patent, like we think of the Nike symbol or something today. When Colt was creating these guns, he was using the technology of the day, and there were a lot of other guys that could make the same thing. So if you made something, somebody was going to copy it. And yeah, you'll eventually get them in court, and yeah, you'll eventually get them to shut down, but they may have been making guns for 2 years and reaping rewards off of your patents to that point. And so it was just far simpler to come up with some way of making it difficult for them to do it, and where you could distinguish a real Colt from a fake, what we today would call a replica. But Colt called them counterfeits. And that was that roll engraving, that scene on it. Now on this one, you have the same scene that was on the 51 Navy, which is the Texas Navy engaging the Mexican Navy. And that's the reason the gun got to be called the Navy model, was that Navy symbol. Well, what Colt did was that took a lot, because what it was it's a drum where that pattern has been created on it. Think like a cookie cutter, okay? And the cylinder would be put in there up against it, and putting huge amounts of pressure, it would roll and turn and press that pattern into the steel of the cylinder, leaving that pattern. You're not going to invest that kind of money to try to make a quick buck, are you? That took a master engraver to create that, and you had a heck of a lot of failure rate, where this one was a little off or whatever. You couldn't go again. You had one pass at that cylinder. If you screwed it up, it was screwed up. Throw it in the darn bin. So because of that, it made your competition have a hard time copying you, because I could look at that scene and go, that's a Colt. I could look at a Manhattan or something that looked very similar to a 51 Navy, but it didn't have that kind of roll engraving. In fact, to my knowledge, nobody else actually did the roll engraving. They may have put some sort of whatever on it with a hand cut, but that's small batches. So Colt was going for trying to create a brand, if you like, being able to look at it, and I did. And in 1860, he came out with this slim line, it looks like made out of water, where those curves and edges just flow. We look at this like modern. We're used to this modern. We have modern machinery. You got to remember, this was being made by steam-powered, water-powered, hand-powered equipment in the 1800s. And to make it so fluid and beautiful, man, that's a work of art. And that was on the 1860 Army. So he wanted to apply this barrel design, this fluid streamline, to the 51 Navy. So he took the 51 Navy, and from here back he didn't have to change nothing, and just created a barrel. So the models coming down the line got this new barrel, and they were called the 1861 Navy. He would then take this same design and apply it to the 49 pocket model, and that would become the 63 police, or pocket police, that we call today. Some people still like the old square barrels, but square barrels were easily, by this point in 1860, faked by other manufacturers. Technology had come up, and there were enough machine shops that could take the raw materials and make a passable fake copy of it. So Colt was trying to kind of put himself to the forefront again, that they didn't have that stylized look. And so that is the 1861. This is a 36 caliber percussion revolver. All the stats and performance is very, very similar, if not the same, to a 51 Navy of given size and thing. The barrel is a little bit longer. This is an 8-inch barrel, and the 51 Navy came with a 7.5-inch barrel. The grip and all is the same grip. In fact, it's interchangeable. The Army grip is longer. It's about a 1/4 inch longer and slightly more of a curve back here. But that's the only difference. And yes, you can take a Army grip and fit onto a 51 or a 61 Navy. It will fit. It's the screw patterns is the same. The difference is the actual size of the grip back here. So, enough talking, and I'm sweating like a pig. Let us now do some shooting with this. Now, I have already worked out, and this is Stormborn. Those who follow my channel remember when I got this a few years ago, and I worked out my shooting with it then. And I'll be using exactly the same load I did back then with a round ball. I will be very soon coming back, and we'll be testing Arizona bullet mold bullets in it, and also Kato Ojama's bullets in it, and that will be a separate video coming up. So let's begin the loading procedure. First thing you do is you make sure that the barrel is well lubed with whatever lubricant you're using. I like boar butter for mine, so it has already been lubed up. You make sure that all the nipples are clear. I hold mine up to a light and turn it and make sure all the nipple passages are clear, and that the base pin is well greased. We're ready to go. So here, let's load it. Okay, we're going to begin by pulling out of my cartouche pouch. I have caps, I have my capper, and I'm going to pull out 6 of my preloaded Dixie tubes, because these are already loaded to the correct load. Power decks with this gun. Now, putting the gun on to half cock, cylinder fully rotates. I'm going to take my cartridge, I'm going to squeeze, now it pops the wad. I'm going to squeeze, now it pops the ball. And I'm going to stick them right there in the crook of my finger. Close my hand. Now I'm going to pour the powder charge directly into the chamber. Give it a little squeeze. Make sure there ain't no powder left. Now I hit it with my knuckle to settle the powder. I have found this helps with consistency. The wonder wad goes in next. I rotate it under the rammer. And I want to just start it so it's flat across. I now drop the ball in, rotate it under, and set it home, making sure that it's just below that line, just like that. Now I'll do all 6 just like that. Okay, we're loaded up and we're ready to go, loaded and capped. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I got sweat rolling like crazy. It's just a few degrees, you know, it's like 95, 96 right now with 80% humidity. It's rained for the last 3 days. It's a sauna out here right now. And I got sweat in my eyes and everything, and I'm sweating and I'm perspiring and I'm breathing kind of heavy. So I'm not expecting a great deal of accuracy, to be honest, because I'm the problem, not the gun. But, and I haven't shot Stormborn in over a year. Plus, these tubes have been loaded fully a year and a half. So all of those factors, don't laugh. Here we go. Make sure you can see me. Here's the target we're going for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 yards right along here. Here we go. Alrighty, let's take a look at that group. It got me fed with a bunny, and that's about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. All 6 on that 3/4 inch piece of steel plate. It got me a bunny. That's been about it. So, my Pietta 1861 Navy. When she's loaded and I'm not sweating like a pig and everything, I can typically put all of my group in less than like 1.5 inches at that range. Easily under 2 inches. I have also shot this gun out to 40-50 yards before in good conditions at a good sized target. So this is one of my favorite bunny rabbit guns and small game hunting guns. Now we're going to use this as the test bed to try out the 36 calibers. So next time we shoot, we're going to be using the Era's Gone Bullet Molds Richmond bullet that I've already used in this once and really liked it. The gun really liked it. And we're all going to put it a head-to-head up against the Kato Ojama's bullets. And we'll see. I've never fired that in this before. But so next time we do the shoot, you got that to look forward to. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Till next time, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.